opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers his team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Rosas' kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they go play action now. Burrow. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it.
And it's second down. So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all. And, Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year. And we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
They go play action with Burrow. Flushed out right. And he goes out right around the 39.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Here we go.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now Burrow on first down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they can't bring him down. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them. His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
About a half yard from the end zone, third and goal.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play. And what to do now on fourth and goal. They'll run with Barkley. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Saquon Barkley, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body, and he was able to get in there and make a great play.
And the final tally, as told by Next Gen Stats, he hit 21.5 miles per hour. Whoa. Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From midfield, here's Bortles. Got a man, that's Richie James. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Another good reception there, and the Browns on the march. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now Bortles. James has got it. Complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Bortles. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Balaj. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kalen Balaj, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard
The Bengals drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. He's picked off at his own 46.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Bortles.
That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant.
And he's taken down inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a play fake. Bortles.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off at the 19. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their second pick on 2 drives.
Going deep here for Bryant. And this one is incomplete. Pretty fortunate there, the interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. To throw again on 2nd down. Bortles. It's complete right side to Benjamin. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Bortles to throw once more.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On second down now, it's Coleman. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here's Bortles to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A final shot before half for Bortles.
And now he'll fire deep downfield for James.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And, Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Play action. Now it's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 32 on the play. To throw is Bortles. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On play action, Allen. That is caught. It's Uzama. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Now a give right side. Felton. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On second down, Felton again.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Balaj. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
How about that, partner? That's a gutsy run, a physical run, an explosive run, and he's inside the 10-yard line now. I don't know if you hand it to him again on this play, but make the defense think that you will, and maybe you have some options off of it.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. And Bortles going to sneak it. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Blake Bortles, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have retaken the lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
2nd down and 8.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. is Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, the struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Third quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we got a guy who's quick.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
And by the way, for those of you who think Todd Gurley may have lost a step, I think you can look at this play as evidence that that is indeed not the case.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. It leaves them with 3rd and long, and you know this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you do.
There he goes, left side, the 30. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Now Bortles. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. He's going to wind up and air it out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
On play action, now Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Play action. Now it's Allen. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Malik McDowell gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. One final try here for Allen. Trying to lay one up deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 15. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Bortles. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Bortles.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Doug Costin breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Allen.
That one caught by Felton.
Finding room inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that'll move them back within 6 now.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Another try after the first down sack. Bortles.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
83 yards.
And the Browns are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Bortles is going to throw for it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Bengals are right back in this football game.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing is Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Allen going to keep it again, and he'll get nothing out of that one. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now Allen, got to have this one. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this Browns defense stands tall. And they'll indeed take a knee. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball. So